Yo, what's going on, everybody? So today I kind of want to talk about. So this is going to be my first ever book review. I've been not really book review, comic book review, and what I mean by that, I mean like deluxe editions, absolutes, maybe omnibus. I've been getting more and more into reading those. Growing up, I was always a big fan of superheroes, Batman, and I never read the comics. Right? I'm getting into my mid-age range, and I still never read a comic, so I decided I wanted to pick up a few comic books, and actually the first ones I picked up was Starman and Compendium 1 and Starman Compendium 2. And I read them, I really and thoroughly enjoyed them. And then I kind of started, I gave it a little break, and then I moved on from that one to a few other ones. I read Jessica Jones' Alias Omnibus. I read the entire series of Sunstone, which was amazing. I read Postal Compendium, and I was just like, you know what? After I'm done reading these books, I kind of want to do a small review about what the actual comic and book was about. That way, I can put it out there and people can, give an opinion on if they want to read it or not. They can make up their minds. And on top of that, it would help me kind of remember the book as well. Because once you start just kind of going from one book to the next, it kind of starts meshing together a little bit, if that makes sense. So I kind of want to, do this for myself as well as for other people so they can kind of make up their minds on if they want to read the book, if they want to get it, whatever the case is. So this is going to be my first review, and we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this still. But so the first book I want to talk about is Velvet. This was an amazing book. Not really my cup of tea for it, but it was still an amazing book. I, I really like the artist. I can't really say I like the concept of it. Um, I don't want to give too much spoilers, but if I do end up giving spoilers, I'm sorry. Um, it pretty much has to do with, her right here, Velvet Templeton. She works in a secret spy organization called Arc 7, and a whole bunch of things happen to her, to people she likes, people she calls friends. She's actually a secretary at first for a main guy individual, and from there she kind of gets set up with something, and then she goes on the run and goes back to the life of being a spy, a really good spy at that. And towards the end, there's a big twist on what all happened. So overall, it's a great book, right? And I just kind of think that the story of it and the pacing was a little too forward. Like they didn't dive deeper into small details. Um, I don't know. Overall, I think it just kind of jumped around way too much from this person to this location to this location, from past and present. It just kind of jumped around a little too much for my taste, and I wasn't the biggest fan of that. But overall, a great book. Now, before I go any further, let's talk about who the artist and the pencils and colors and things like that were, right? That way we don't, because we got to give them a shout out to the people that wrote it. So the writer was Ed Brubaker. He's a great writer. I love all his work. His work is amazing. I actually got done reading all his criminal stories. Those were great stories, and I like kind of like how it intertwined. Each story was different, but it kind of all came together because of one place, right? And so yeah, Ed Brubaker's a great writer. The artist was Steve Epting. Colors Elizabeth Breitweiser. Sorry if I butchered that name. Letters is Chris Eliopolio. You know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna just show you guys this so you guys can see. You guys can stop and or pause the video and go like that. But these are the writers, the letterers, the colorers, and things like that. If you guys want to, check them out. But Ed Brubaker, fantastic, writer. Now, as far as the book itself, there's 15, not really chapters, I guess you can say comics, from beginning to end of her story. And I mean, the lettering is just the lettering is great. The story is great, but the actual the actual like stuff in it is really great. Like I like this kind of artistry, colors and things like that. And so I do want to say that this is more of a mature reading because there is violence. There's a lot of violence in here. language. You know, there's a lot of graphic stuff with the fighting, people getting, you know, shot at and things like that. Brief nudity, so I don't want to say, you know, it's mature reading because of the nudity. There's brief nudity, like you can barely even notice it. Like you have to really be like, oh, I can see, you know. Other than that, yeah, it's a great read. Not really my taste. Like here's the as far as the nudity, you barely even notice it. Like you can't even tell whatsoever. There's no actual like, I mean, there's maybe one or two that you can barely see, but it's nothing too serious. Aside from that, it was great. A great read. I don't know if you guys are into the whole spy genre, MI6, Arc 7 type of thing, this is going to be for you, but it wasn't for me. I like the story. I like the lettering. I like the colors, the story. The the overall thing was great. It's just it wasn't for me, and that's just my opinion on it. What else can I say about this book? I mean, I've seen other reviews on the book where people like read it a little bit here and there, and it's not really like I don't know. It's weird because I saw one before I got the book itself. I saw a video of it of some guy that was halfway reading it and he was trying to give it a review. He's a little bit more, so you guys can check it out. I saw some review of this or a video of this guy doing a review. He was trying to do a review of a book he didn't finish, right? So he could only do like the first half of it, which was weird to me. Like, finish the book, guy, you know. And so I did see the you know the way it looked, and it kind of intrigued me. And while I read it, it was great, but I don't know. It just it went too fast, per se, in my opinion. Like there was like they could have went into a little bit more detail about her past, about what's going on, but they it went way too quick. Like they towards the end, they introduced this guy. Like who the heck was this guy this whole like all along? Like the twist at the end made sense, but towards the end of it, they just introduced some guy and it made no sense whatsoever. So anyway, just give you guys a little bit more, you know, view of the book itself, so you guys can make up your mind if you guys want to. Here's a good one. If you guys want to check it out, pick it up. Now, I know this one's kind of hard to come by. I know they make an absolute edition of this with the slipcase cover, and this is the deluxe edition, and it's kind of pricey for what it is up there. I think I ended up picking this one up for like 90 bucks, which I'm not going to end up keeping. I'm going to end up selling it. But let me show you like one more good pick, I guess, or trying to show one where there's no it doesn't show any type of spoilers or anything. Yeah, so it's a good book. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys already read it, what you guys think of the story. I'll try to let you guys know, you know, if you guys should pick it up or not. You know, hopefully this video helps, you know, if you guys want to make that decision or not. So I'll try to do better on making videos with this. I don't know how I want to set it up yet. I don't know if I want to talk to you guys like this initially and then point it down and then kind of flip through the pages. So I'll figure something out. So again, I apologize if this one's a little bit weird. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Give me a follow, smash that thumbs up, and leave a like in the video. I really appreciate that.